Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my new YouTube video. I know it took me a while, maybe like around 2 years since the last one. I mean, I really have a good excuse, not that I've been procrastinating or anything like that, but because I decided to study 3D animation and work in this 3D project slash YouTube video in the meantime. The reason why I'm making this particular video is to give a very tiny idea of how CGI movies work. Kinda, since they have huge teams, maybe hundreds or even thousands of VFX artists. But also because I love creating my own stories and characters. Hopefully my videos will improve. Anyways, too much intro, let's start the video and watch what one VFX student, obviously me, can pull off. And I'll explain the process afterwards. Alright, I know, very short video where Piggy appears for only 30 seconds. Well, that entire process of learning and executing took me a little bit over a year. Moving forward, let's go check what I've learned to understand a little bit of how this works. What you're looking at, it's a graphic, or I don't know, however you want to call it. So basically it shows what I did, which brings us to step number 1. As you can see, I have a very basic knowledge in drawing, so this is what I could pull off. Basically what you do, you have to draw your characters front view and side view, and then import it into your 3D software, Blender in my case, which brings us to step number 2. Okay, once you have your references imported, you start by creating a 3D shape and then start manipulating some vertex edges until you match your character design. One little detail right here. What you're looking at, it's called topology, and it's applied to give a decent mesh flow so it can work properly with your bones and joints, as I'll explain later on in rigging. Sculpting, this is a very fun step to work with. I don't have enough footage, but this is pretty much where details happen. So yeah, this is where we unwrap our character, we do our texture painting, and we also add our sculpting texture. We do all of this to make our lives easier in the rest of the process. Particles, used for many things if you're creative, and I used it to create Piggy's hair. Okay, so next step, rigging, a very complex step in this part of the process where you create your skeleton. But basically this is where we do our IK, inverse kinematics, FK, forward kinematics, bending bones, spline IKs, and this is where you create the animation controllers, as you can see. Something that I won't explain because this is not a tutorial. Animation, this is pretty straightforward to understand. You have a timeline, you move your character through the timeline, but it can get way too complex if you want an organic or cartoony animation. since you have to understand motion to make this happen. You can use references such as videos, pictures, so you can help yourself a little bit, just like I did. Create a storyboard. Use the storyboard for your film shots. And this is a part of the process I didn't mention because I wasn't proud of what I did. Have some camera knowledge, such as don't use mine because it sucks ass for film purposes. And obviously use a good camera with a good color range, film oriented. This step may be unnecessary, but buy a 360 camera if you want to save some time matching the lighting between the 3D object and the video. Plus, you can see the HDRI through the reflections. If you have reflections, adding realism. Once all done, to bring Piggy in one of the shots, you have to match the 3D camera angle with the camera shot angle by using a third-party software. Then we have to create a render passes. What is that, you asked? Don't worry, I won't elaborate. But let's say it's a part of the process that can be very complex to understand, just to extract some layers, like Piggy's reflections on the table. You better have a decent graphics card, which I don't. And I went full blind through this shit. Basically, I had to render Piggy and all its render passes, masks, reflections, shadows, frame by frame for every single shot. And there you have me, stuck in this trial and error process for 2 or 3 months, can't recall. I learned the basic stuff since there weren't many sounds to record. Don't ask me why I have this mic. I'm pretty sure people will be wondering that this may be pretty unnecessary for this project. Don't worry, I have further projects, okay? Oh yeah, and I recorded Piggy noises. Well, Piggy talking. I just got rid of the background noise and that's it. Color grading. This is where you add that film touch to your project. I learned the basics. Unfortunately, my camera wasn't built for this. I use this camera. Yeah, I know. It's used for taking pictures, not for film purposes. It sucks. But this is the one that I use for. So the best I could do for this project was the color matching between the shots. And that's it, the last step. Alright, for all the people who've watched till this point, thanks for watching. And if you guys want to watch more cool stuff like this, but even better and a little longer in the next videos, please show some love and support the channel by liking and subscribing. Alright, for all the people who've watched... Yeah.